This brand new plug and play DePIN device is currently my highest earning crypto miner. I've earned over $2,400 so far from 2 devices, and that's just over the last 3 months. And with my third miner just added to the collection, I'll now be earning $536 a month. The good news is that there's a sale now on this device for the general public, with shipping in just 5 days. And make sure you stay till the end of the video, as I'll do a total breakdown of my earnings so far and my plan to try and hit $6,500 with my 3 devices by the end of the year. In this video, I'll cover brief details of the upcoming sale and how you can make use of the discount code. I'll then go into what Aethir is and what they're trying to build. I'll then talk about the Aethir Edge device itself, the specifications, and the additional tokens that you might be earning. I'll then go through my earnings so far, including the withdrawal limits, showing you how much you can withdraw at what time, as well as my plan for the future. And lastly, I'll talk you through a brief setup tutorial for this product. Right, let's jump straight into this video. Right, before I go into a breakdown on the Aethir project and the Aethir Edge and my earnings so far, let me tell you about this limited edition drop that's currently on sale at the moment. I'll have a link in the description. There are only 200 units available, and this device is actually shipping in 5 days, which means that you can start earning as soon as possible. And if you use my discount code PASSIVECRYPTO, that will take $50 off your purchase price, which will reduce your ROI time. Shipping, as I mentioned, is going to be in 5 days, and you can purchase using any of these credit or debit cards. Now, I'll flash the discount code on screen if you want to make use of this sale. And once you've made a note of that, let's head into the next section of the video. So let's jump into the Aethir website, and I'll do a quick brief overview of what this project is and what they're trying to achieve. And right from the website, we can see that they are hoping to provide GPU compute solutions on demand to the network. Now, the biggest differentiator between Aethir and some of the other AI projects like Render, for example, is that they have a hold of over 43,000 of these GPUs. And how does that help them with their network? Well, we can see from the image here that they've got a ton of these enterprise grade GPUs. They've also got a data center, and they've got the crypto miner. This is the Aethir Edge that we'll be talking about. And all of these compute resources are going to be funneled into the Aethir network. And those compute resources are going to go towards AI training and inferencing. It's going to go towards the gaming community for real-time rendering. So think about cloud gaming. And it's also going to go towards virtualized compute. This is the ability to run virtual servers on the cloud. This is all powered by the Aethir token. And so those rewards and fees are going to be distributed to those people that are providing compute, whether it's through the miners or through the enterprise grade GPUs. And that's kind of a quick breakdown of how this project works. And you can see that 50% of the token supply has been put aside for checkers and compute providers, and we're going to fall into that category of compute providers when we purchase the Aethir Edge. Now, the 2 main areas that they are focusing this GPU compute towards is gaming and AI. For the gaming aspect, this is going to be focusing on cross-platform cloud gaming with low latency, with over 204 gaming studios and partners, with a capacity of over 12 million players. And on the AI side, they're hoping to use this GPU compute to scale up AI applications. So this again is for AI training or AI agents, and also a lower latency for that. And they've got over 3,000 H100s that they have available, which is NVIDIA's flagship product for AI. And the other thing to mention about this project is that they've put aside $100 million for an ecosystem fund. And this is now open for people to apply to implement both AI and gaming innovation. So they've got a lot of money that they've put behind research and development. They do have a token that's got a market cap of 237 million, which is currently sitting around 5 cents. And I think it's got a lot of room to grow as well. And the last thing to mention is that they actually got over $9 million in funding from some top investors. It's got a valuation of $150 million, and their team is fully doxed and public. That's it for the brief overview of Aethir. If you want to learn a little bit more about this project, I did do an in-depth review on them before. I'll link that in the description. Now, I mentioned briefly about the crypto miner that they have introduced, which is going to help power the network. Let's talk a little bit about that now. This is called the Aethir Edge. If you followed my channel, you would have got access to the early sales for this device. So congratulations if you did so. So you would have made use of the extra earnings for getting in early. So the Aethir Edge is the DePIN aspect of this project. And what sets Aethir apart from some of the other AI projects is that they have their own device. Now, this device is going to allow the project to distribute the compute for AI, gaming, and cloud mobile, while at the same time giving crypto rewards. Now, alongside providing this computing power to Aethir's network, not only are you going to get the revenue share, which is the Aethir token, currently set at 100 Aethir tokens a day, roughly around $5 to $6, but they're also going to be giving you the ability to earn additional tokens. So this is through multi-mining. We haven't heard about which tokens we're going to earn at the moment, but that's another awesome addition that we're going to get for this project. Now, the way that distributed cloud computing works is that you do not need one single device with an insanely high spec, but you need thousands of devices with a decent spec. And so that's the rationale behind the specifications for this device. It's got a Snapdragon processor, 12 gigabytes of RAM. This is not something that's going to blow you out of the water. But the difference is that they've got 42,000 qualified devices online at the moment. So if you multiply this by 42,000, that's going to equal the capacity of a mainstream cloud server. The difference they have here is they've got insanely reduced costs for doing so. So that's kind of the rationale why these devices don't have an insane spec, but they do the job that is needed to run the network. And you can see some footage here of when I unboxed the device and also from the Aethir project themselves. So you can see the quality of the product, how sleek it is, and it sits beautifully on my tabletop as well. The setup is super easy, and I'll do a quick tutorial at the end of the video on how you can get set up and mining straight away. So last thing I want to talk about are my earnings so far. Now, I have had it online for 3 months, so I'm going to have a little bit more than what you will do if you purchase now, but I just want to give you an idea. So I've earned over 40,000 tokens so far, which at today's rate is around 2,394 tokens. So technically, I already have ROI'd on my investment on these two devices. The way that it works is that earnings at the moment are 100 Aethir a day, but because I was in early, in the beginning, we were earning a little bit more than that. So my plan is to add the third device on here. I haven't quite done that yet, and that will result in me getting 300 Aethir tokens a day. If you multiply that by the month, that's roughly $526 worth of tokens that I'll be receiving each month. Now that means that 30% of those I can withdraw straight away, with the remaining amount being able to withdraw a bit later on. But I think that's going to help me ROI super quickly. So that's my plan for Aethir, just to stack up the tokens. Whilst the ROI is low at the moment, if this token goes up even to $1, I know that that's going to exponentially increase my returns. So you can see that for the month of August, it was around 80 tokens. For the month of September and the month of October, it was between 150 to 160 tokens. And now it's around 100 tokens per day per device. So you can see here from my monthly earnings that I earned the most in September, then July, then October. But now in the month of November, so far it's about 4,500 tokens. But the way that this works is you can't claim these straight away. I'll quickly show you how the claiming works. So at any time, 30% of your tokens are available for immediate claim. 30% of your tokens will be vested and become claimed after 90 days, and then 40% will be claimable after 180 days. So you can see at the moment that I have 17,000 tokens that I could immediately claim. In today's price, that's around $1,000. So that means that immediately I can claim for the cost of one of these devices after 3 months. I know that it will take me a little bit longer to get the money back for my second device, but I can wait another 3 months because I'm hoping that the token price itself is actually going to rise anyway. So that's something to bear in mind when you buy this device. Be prepared for this system. And now this is designed so that people don't just pull their tokens out immediately. So I can understand why they've got this system. Now, the last thing to talk you through is how to set up these devices. I did do an in-depth video showing step-by-step how to do that, and I'm going to link that in the description. But I'm going to show you a quick version of that just now. So the first thing you'll need to do is connect the device to power and use the provided Ethernet cable to connect to the router. Your device will then show a QR code on screen. You'll then click Add Device in the app, and then you'll have to scan a QR code on the device itself. The third thing you'll need to do is make sure that you put enough tokens in this wallet for gas fees. To make this an easier process, you simply show wallet private keys, copy those private keys, and you can add that into the MetaMask wallet. In that MetaMask wallet, you'll then send across some ETH on Arbitrum for gas fees, and then you'll need the total amount for your binding. At the moment, the cost is 2,212 Aethir tokens, which is roughly around $130. So please factor that in. That's a staking requirement you'll need to get your Edge online. So you should have a wallet, that has some small Ethereum on the Arbitrum network for gas fees, and that also includes the recommended Aethir token amount, which has been showed here on the device. Then all you'll need to do is click stake, and that will stake the amount of tokens that you've just put in the wallet, and after a few minutes your device will be online. Once again, if you have any problems with that setup, just leave a comment on this video and I'll be happy to talk you through that process. That's it for this video. Now I know this is one of the more expensive devices, but with the potential earning of around $5.85 a day, which at today's prices is going to be around $175 a month, it does have a decent ROI. At the current token price, it's around 7 months, but of course that will be vastly reduced if the token rises in price. If you do like these types of physical crypto devices, why not check this one out here? All right, that's it from me. I'll catch you in the next video.